Hi, good morning, KZN. My name is Jarryd Watson, and we are at the Music House KZN.
I'm Shay, also here at the Music House KZN.
And we're from the Wentworth Arts and Culture Organization. It's an organization that is working in arts development, and we're based in south of Durban in the Wentworth community. We're a project that is supported by the KZN DSEC, and today we're going to be speaking to you on a project that the KZN DSEC supported. It was an international cultural exchange program where we were selected to represent South Africa at the UDO World Championship street dance competition. It was based in the UK, and it was a project that had over 30 countries that were participating at this competition, with 4,560 dancers participating, where we had to battle it out in different rounds and inclusive of teams, solos, duos, and quads. And I'm so proud to say that we went up as a team of 8 dancers, and we held our own while we were there. We came in different positions, and one of my dancers sitting next to me will speak to you more about that.
Yeah, so the trip to UDO was quite an experience. I would say a great experience, and it had its moments where you kind of doubt yourself, but that's just as a person. Like, nobody doesn't go through doubts with themselves, like, where you think, oh, I'm not going to do good, maybe I'm going to do bad, but at the end of the day, like, if you push through this, like, it's completely nothing at the end of the day. Like, you just have to concentrate on why you're there, what you're there for, and what the goal is. And I think that's one of the reasons why most of us came out on top, if not all, actually. Like, even if we sometimes maybe didn't place in certain categories, I still feel like most of us came out on top. And for me, pushing through, like, and past your limits is one of the main things that you need to do, especially as an artist or a creative. Like, don't set boundaries for yourself, because there's already so much boundaries around you. So keep pushing your own limits. And from my side, to say that, like, what we want is something towards our hard work that we put in. And for future, I think that if you understand why you're there, what the reason is, like, nothing can clearly, like, stop you other than God.
Yes.
But nothing can stop you from what you're doing, especially if you know your reason and you respect your craft in a certain manner. So yeah, that's the experience from my side. And just experiencing different people, dancers, countries. It's nice to see different takes on dancing, different ways of making it, something to their own extent. So yeah, that's my experience from what I learned while I was overseas.
No, definitely, and I totally agree with you, Shay. I think with a lot with what you said comes in with your professionalism.
Yeah.
I think when you have a good work ethic, and that comes with sacrifice and commitment. I think what happens out there, a lot of artists just think that it's something that needs to happen overnight,
Yeah.
and this is not
It's not.
something that happens overnight. It's something that where you've got to commit to. I mean, this is years and years of training. I mean, we had to go through a rigorous talent identification process where they had to audition, and they had to audition amongst 100 hopefuls, and only a selected few was chosen. And the selected few that was chosen were dancers who really commit to their craft, respect their craft, and respect their artistry, and build themselves as a creative in this industry so that they
Yeah.
can be recognized. And I think with that, all artists need to remember that you've got to respect your craft, and you've got to work hard at it all the time, putting in the hours, and not just limited hours. You got to go beyond. I mean, if we think of our training sessions, we were training 8 hours of the day,
Yeah.
and at the same time, we were still had to commit to all our other the
our
projects that we
work.
were working
Yeah,
on and our work that we do for the organization, and also where the KZN DSEC department supports us. So it was really, we worked tirelessly on this. And I think that's why we managed to produce the results that we did, because it was all about our work ethic and remembering what we put in. And what you put in is what you get out.
yeah,
So I'm so proud of these dancers that went on this trip. I mean, I think Shay's also been a little bit modest because, I mean, right now, guys, in KZN, we are sitting with the with the number one world champion in the world, a double champion. I mean, he had to dance through so many preliminary rounds. He also was in a category where there was over 182 dancers, and went through all these different rounds to get to the top and get to the final. And when he was in the final, he came first. And then what they do is all the people who came first in the advanced rounds, they put in another sort of final round, or I wouldn't say final round, but another category where it's all the top winners. And there too, out of all the number ones, he came one. He came first. So, I mean, I'm so thankful to the KZN department for supporting us, because what you've done is you have given another artist and another creative an opportunity to realize their dream. If we didn't get the support from the KZN's department, we wouldn't be able to accomplish these things.
yeah,
So I'm so grateful and thankful to the department for supporting our KZN artists and giving them that opportunity and that platform to express themselves and market their talent out there. I mean, because from this now, he's been recognized as a world championship, but from here, it doesn't stop here.
yeah,
He's now been offered and been recognized by international dance companies to come over. And, that's what it's all about. It's about
yeah.
really getting yourself out there. And I'm particularly proud of him, but also my other dancers who also managed to place second and third in other positions, because with that came a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they can't be with us here today because they're all still school goers, but and we had to get permission for from the schools to get them to participate in the competition. But I recall this whole year, it was just school and dance,
Yeah.
school and dance. That's
Nothing
literally what
else.
they were doing. They had no time for anything else. And I think that is a great message for any artist, irrespective of what genre you're in, whether it's music, whether it's drama, whether it's comedy, whether it's dancing. As if you respect the craft and you commit to the craft, it will pay back.
Yeah,
Definitely.
big shout out to all of those that went with, not just myself, especially, I'll name them, Awami, Jawad, Nikaden, Kaylin, Camden, Zeke. Shout out to all of you guys. Like, you may not be here right now, but we're still keeping you, like, in mind because
Oh,
you did
yes.
well. Like, you were with us on the trip. It wasn't just the two of us,
Exactly.
So, yeah, big shout out to you guys. Well done, and we're on to what's next. What is next, actually? What is next?
Oh gosh, there's so many things that are next. Again, I'd like to just thank the department for the support that they do give the Wentworth Arts and Culture Organization, because this is one of the projects that they support, but they do support many of our other projects. So what's next for us is working on our other projects, and that's with our dancers, our inclusive dancers, because we do a lot of inclusive work with disabled dancers. We've got that project coming up
Yeah.
tomorrow. Actually, not to jump the gun, we have our women empowerment project that's coming up, where we have our women festival, where we're supporting and recognizing women that have worked hard in the sector and in the environment of impacting society through what they do. And that's another project that is supported by the KZN DSEC through the arts development. And we have a pretty big year. As we sit here now, we're also preparing for next year because the preliminary rounds for the UDO has come up for next year, and that will be in the next 2 weeks, where we would be going through the audition process again to be amongst many hopefuls if we
Yeah.
will be selected to represent South Africa at the UDO dance competition.
No, that's a definite. That's a definite. I'm sorry to say, but that's a definite, And I also think that, like, like I think just like to touch base on certain things, like you have to have your money in order.
Oh
Like, you
yes,
know, you have to plan.
exactly.
Like, you can't just go overseas and expect, to spend money and stuff. You gotta save like what you like working on, because um, as much as you think is cheap out there,
This is the
it's not.
pound. This is the
We
pound.
played with pounds, and
This is the pound. Hey.
it's nothing. But when you come back broke, it's a different thing. But yeah, like, how can I say? Um, Keeping your finances in order is one thing you have to do. Like, there's a time and place for everything. Like, that's what people say these days. So know when to spend your money on this certain things, know when to save your money. But I think saving is actually the most important thing, especially for, I would say, especially for a dancer, because you never know when something comes up and you
Exactly.
need to go somewhere or do something. So I think saving your money is like a really big thing. I'm not gonna brag, but I'm pretty like good at saving my money.
It's a good
Like,
thing.
it's not a thing where, oh, I have to buy this, I have to buy that. Sometimes I look at the thing and I'm like, do I really need this? I don't think so. So I think financial literacy is what they use, the word, the term. That's what you should understand like a bit more.
No, definitely. I think what you're saying is so relevant, and especially to our young, aspiring artists like yourself, because you are young, and
Yeah.
financial planning is very important. Um, with any project that you want to do, you need to have your financial management and your financial plan. So, if I speak about this trip, while the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture did support us, they didn't support us in a way where they 100% funded the entire trip, because funding out there is, we in environments where we have more than the demand is more than what can be supplied.
Yeah.
So I think as artists, we have to plan. We have to plan. So, I mean, we went through a lot of fundraising processes,
Yeah.
self fundraising processes. I think artists, what you got to do is you got to think about your art and how you can monetize it. What is it that you can do to monetize, and make sure that you can market yourself out there to bring in funding. So, I mean, we did things like where we hosted dances, fundraising dances. We did things where we were busking on the road. We were going to garages. We were working with the community. People were assisting us. We were standing, and going to different corporate events where we were performing, and all that money that we were taking was getting thrown into the pool. So I think what happens with artists is that, while the department is there, and the department has been so amazing with supporting artists, we also need to meet ourselves halfway, where we got to also do it for ourselves, because unfortunately, it is tough economic times, and I think that we can realize our dreams, and we can do it ourselves in our way, if we're going to sit down and really plan, and be robust about what we're doing. I mean, when we were overseas, not to deviate, but I think of the team, the Philippines team. I
Yeah.
mean, they went there, and I mean, they won the ultimate prize, and that was £12,500, which in our money
Which
is
is like
250,000
250.
exactly. But when you heard their backstory, and how they were coming from such financial struggle to get to the UDOs, and it was so rewarding for them. I think that is a lesson for all artists, that we've got to work hard, and we've got to have good management and good planning, and that comes with your professionalism,
Yeah.
of sacrificing commitment, and not allowing things to deviate you, because I think, and just besides the financial part of things, I think to also be an artist, when I think about it, for me that word artist means to fight. You've got to be a fighter. You've got to fight for what you want, because I mean, ultimately, you choosing to be a creative, and you are working for yourself. You are an artistic entrepreneur, so you've got to really we're not the normal average person. You go to work 9 to 5, your salary's there, basically we've got to really work to get ourselves out there. So we live a very different personal life
Yeah.
to everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you cannot have the normal conventional things in life, but I am saying that those are the things that where you've got to sacrifice a lot to make sure that you want to do to achieve your goals. So
Yeah, some of that stuff you kind of, I would say, you have to let go. It's hard to say, like, especially because some people are in this thing already and they're doing it for such a long time, and they know how it goes, and sometimes you have to let go of some personal stuff that's happening in your life, not to
exactly.
be like a bad influence or anything, but I would say that, like, letting go of things that's keeping you back, because at the end of the day, like I said, there's a time and place for basically everything. Like, those things will come eventually where you're gonna have to be like, okay, now I have to settle down, or I have to do this now because this is where I'm at in life. But when you can focus on yourself, I think that's the best thing to do, especially when you're young. Like, I'm young, and I like focusing on myself. I like being alone. Um, and it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Um, as much as working with a team like brings joy and all these things, sometimes people like being alone.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to say, because I've watched his journey. He's very focused. I think when he says being alone, it's about zoning in on himself and his self actualization of
Yeah.
what is it that I want for myself, and I'm not going to allow anything else to distract me. So, and this is why we're sitting with the double champion, because I
It's not the
mean,
only reason.
like no, I mean it's many reasons, but it's
Yeah.
one of the highlighted ones that I'm going to emphasize on when I
Yeah.
speak about you, because I've watched your journey, Shay, and
Yeah.
you are very, very focused. You are very focused. You zone in, and when you set your mind on something, I've noticed that nothing else can deviate you, even though there may
Thank
be
you,
all
man.
these interruptions and challenges that we do face, because that's normal. You do face that, but
Yeah.
you're very good at that. And I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You came out tops.
Yeah.
I
Thank
cannot
you, man.
believe we are sitting with the number one dancer in the world in KZN. We are right here in KZN, sitting with the number one dancer in the world. So I mean, that in itself tells you what you've got to do,
Yeah.
to get there. It wasn't because he's the best dancer in the world. It came with his sacrifice. It came with what he needed to do. But from my side, guys, yeah, I just like to say that, and please follow us on all our social medias. Um, our Facebook page is Dance Movement, the Wentworth Arts and Culture Organization. Please catch all our stuff there, our events that are coming up for the rest of the year. We'd love to see you at all our events. And yeah, Shay.
Yeah. I would like to say thank you to my grandmother. I need to mention her because she's been an important role in my life, especially coming from a background that's so tough. Shout out to my coach back home. Like, it's done amazing. You've done amazing for me also. And yeah, like, the future plans from here is basically just building much more and keep on building onto it. Yeah, especially with, like, what I'm doing right now. Uh, like, I'll keep on continuing, not just because I want this, I'm gonna stop now. No, there's a lot more to achieve, and I don't think anyone would like to stop after they win something like this. It's crazy if you want to stop after this. Like, you experienced something that's, like, not everyone gets to experience. um, Not everyone in life feels this way and gets to feel this way. um, and if I'm being honest, I don't think the feeling actually sunk in yet. Like, still, I've been
It's
home and
unreal. I
it
know.
still hasn't sunk in. Like, and yeah. Also, you can catch me on Instagram at official.bboyshady. So yeah, these are mine, I guess. You know, I can't hold it forever, but I'll treasure it for the time being. Yeah.
But
So yeah,
there you go
you wanted to
first.
say
Yeah,
something?
I was gonna say, while this is what he achieved, I think this is an achievement for for South Africa as a whole.
Yeah.
You know, this is because we were representing South Africa. We were not representing ourselves. While we come from the Wentworth Arts and Culture Organization, we were representing South Africa, and I think this is for all South Africans. This is an example of you can do it. If he can do it, you can do it, and this is for South Africa, as holistically. And yeah, again, you know, for me, I just want to say thank you so much to the KZN Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, because you guys made this possible. And thank you so much for investing in our creatives and in our artists in the province, because without you, we couldn't do this. So we want to say thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Also, do you have any future plans after this? No? Yes, no?
Yes, of course, we have future plans. I mean, we want to grow. You know, we want to grow. As I
can't
said,
anymore.
I wish, I don't know. I mean, look, the future plans is that we definitely want to, now that we've got this international recognition, we definitely want to liaise more with the international front, getting the organization more internationally recognized and doing more work overseas, not just with in terms of the teams that we are doing, but also with our inclusive work and giving an opportunity to all dancers to go overseas.
Yeah.
So whether it's in inclusive work or everywhere else. So yeah.
Ah, that's good. That's good. I don't think we actually spoke about what I won because this was for the solos. So, like you said, that we all battled it out. So I won the finals first, the small one, which was first place in the solos. And then, as he said before, they took all the winners, and then they put us in one category, and we had to battle again. And then came this big one, you know, top advanced solos. So
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
For this big one, there was only number one.
Yeah, there was
So
no
there was
two,
only there was
three.
no 2, 3. There was only number one. So as he said, he won his one, and then all the other people who won, who came first in their categories, they took all the number ones and put them in this category, and there was only number one. So this is what makes him the world champion, because he's on top of the world right now.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, as I've said to him, I think I've said it to many people, like, I don't think the feeling has actually sunk in, like, heavy yet. Like, I haven't gotten that feeling where you wake up and then you're like, oh, actually, like, this is what's going on, you know? But yeah, I'm grateful for this. This is not just something recent. This is like years
Yeah,
of
exactly.
hard work, you know. This is not, I woke up yesterday and I entered the competition and then I won, you know. It's nothing like that. This is years of hard work, struggles, whether it's financially, physically, emotional, like all these things are basically put into this. And not just this, but all the other things that I've gone through and won and stuff, you know. It's not just because this is a world championship, it has to be like recognized as, you know, there's a lot. So yeah, very grateful for this, and yeah, that's all from me.